welcome to the Talking Wednesday podcast.
Yes. Hello and welcome to episode 160 of the Talking Wednesday podcast. It is a little bit different today. I have Jake beside me in real life. Actually, yeah, he can actually touch.
Yeah.
He's actually decided to touch me as well. So there you go. That's
And
a way
I'm
to start
the
a
voices
podcast.
in your head.
Yes. We don't have him on camera
No,
because
I'm to the right of the camera.
we didn't want to do that to you
Yeah.
today. So Jack is here in front of me on camera. He's just looked into my soul. He waved at the camera there for the audio listeners. And yes, he's on a handheld as well. So if he starts moving around, then and the audio's a bit weird, it's
That's
all
why.
his fault.
Thanks. Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome,
I say
everyone.
welcome. It's your setup, Jake, but welcome to the yearly special where we all get together in the same room. It's a bit different, obviously. We usually do it in 50 episode stints. This time it was mad. I've obviously moved region recently. We're all spread across loads of different places, so getting together was a bit of a tricky situation. But to be honest, we've been here for a couple of hours now, and it's been quite nice. I will start with how we always start. How well, we can't really, because there'll have been how has your week been already in the previous episode that you saw last week, because it's kind of the same. You're watching this in the international break, so let's not talk about Sheffield. This is going to be different, right? So this isn't going to be the state of Sheffield Wednesday at the minute. It probably is going to go there, but it's not going to be like your normal episode where we'll go through the news, we'll follow all the stuff. It's going to be a mixture of things, really. And what I realize in real life when you sit next to Jake, you breathe so heavy.
I do. Yes, I do.
I'm the asthmatic.
I'm the one who's trying to keep conscious.
No, yeah, well, there's that. Well, it requires breathing. Can we do this? Come on. How long?
I know.
How long have you worked with me now, sir?
I knew.
But yes, yeah, we're going to do quite a bit today. I want to say, how are you feeling today, shall we say? We'll start with Jake.
Tired, long day, and I think it's that whole thing when you set one of these up and you're trying to get everything done, especially for me because I've got to get everything in place. Granted, I could have left this for when you came because that was the plan, but I already had it all set up.
Yeah, you
ready.
did. I came early for that reason.
And I thought it'd be good if we could have it all set up ready and we can have a look. And it doesn't look that bad, does it?
No, it's all right. It's what the one thing that's difficult in this space is I'll probably crop us in a little bit, but it's a case of the height management, really. You want a camera that's for this space. If you could get a camera on a rail, it would be great. But I've just given him ideas now.
Don't do that.
I'm going to
That's
walk in
dangerous.
and he's going to have a tracking camera. But yeah, Jack, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I've just got a lot going on really in life, sorting stuff out. Would you like me to tell the story of how I almost got stranded in Leeds and almost dislocated my shoulder on the very same night?
Because
You
we've
might
all
as
had
well.
shoulder injuries apparently recently.
So I was out with I was about to say out with some friends, but we're just going to call them lads that I know.
Acquaintances.
We're
that I'm
friends.
phasing out. Yes, we are friends.
Hey!
No, I meant we're friends.
Yeah.
we are friends as well.
We
Jack.
are
Yeah, I
friends.
wasn't
Yeah,
sussing
they
you
were
there.
your friends.
They were friends, and basically they were just sort of like, I don't know, audio listeners. Well, I am the
You are the
audio
audio.
listener. Yes, I am the audio. People at home may sort of understand when I sort of say like, you have people that seem to keep you around, and you figure out that you're just sort of like entertainment for them. You're not actually like a friend to them.
Mm.
And I've discovered that I am that person to this group of lads, because they effectively just let me get lost in the centre of Leeds after having never gone there in my life before, not knowing anybody other than them, and they were just content in their little.
We should clarify
goings
you
on.
were drunk as well. So
yes,
yeah.
it was doing the Otley Run pub crawl, but typically you look after your friends. You make
Yeah.
sure that people
Yeah, you
don't
do.
get lost and wander off or whatever it is. And I was not really being included anyway in a lot of the talking and laughing and joking, all that stuff. So I just made friends with other people. I just got clicked with a couple of other groups of like uni students and just decided I'll just go off with them. And
Before
then
you
I
carry
lost
on,
them.
if
on
we
the
ever go
route.
on a night out or somewhere, can we buy some rain for him?
Some rain. Yeah, that's how No, well, I can sympathise with you there
Yeah.
because I cut someone off when I was about 18, 19 for a very similar reason. It was like when we started drinking, and we'd been drinking since we were teenagers. You know, we're British,
Yeah.
but it's a case of this pub got this cider in that was. It was like a 9.2% cider that was so thick you know it was like cloudy
Yeah.
cider, and I had a few pints of that, so I was hammered before we left the pub. But then I went to another pub, and long story short, I think I got my drink spiked that night. Basically, my stomach is grumbling as well. I apologise if that's picking
Part
up.
three
on
of the
there.
kebab coming out.
To be fair, we did find Jack a new job though, didn't we?
We did. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, but he let me sort of get into that situation, in a situation where I'd have been wandering off on my own, sort of to that. And don't get me wrong, nobody's responsible for you, but I was clearly out of my head.
Your mate will make sure keep an eye on go where you're going.
Yeah, phone got
kind of thing.
like I think this was years ago now, obviously, but like I think I got a lot. So my phone got nicked that night, and I was telling him all night someone's taken my phone and didn't believe me. Thought I'd just misplaced it in my pocket, sort of thing, and that sort of thing. So it's one of those things where I'm like, you learn over time who you can trust in those situations to be around, and that's why with drink and stuff and me, I'm very cautious now. Don't get me wrong, in my early 20s and through my mid 20s, it's been a few years since I've had a moment, but I still have moments where I've got quite blackout drunk. But the last time was a time enough where I go, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. And there is a point, I think, where you hit that and you start to moderate yourself.
You hit an age as well.
But I felt for you when you told us that, because I've been in that situation where you feel like you sort of got an affinity with certain people, and you find out that actually when it comes to it, they're not really. Because I couldn't think of like leaving somebody that was,
you go
in
out
that
of the
situation.
group of lads, you make sure everyone comes back.
Yeah.
You don't make sure anyone like goes anywhere.
Do you know the
else.
funniest thing, right? They didn't even phone me to see where I was. It took me being like, I'm back at the hotel now, by the way, lads.
Yeah,
And
they
stormed in like 2 hours later, just throwing like water at me and just being.
And if it was for your birthday, wasn't it?
It was meant
it
to
for
be
your birthday?
It was meant to be for my
That's
birthday.
even worse.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And they were just treating me like that.
That's awful, man.
And I just thought, like, what the hell
They're
is
not
this?
friends.
And just, yeah. So just going through a whole. And they also make me feel terrible about myself too. But that's a whole other story that I'll.
We make you feel terrible about yourself, but in the best possible way.
Fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's fun. I know it's fun from you two, but it's just constant, like, actually making me feel awful.
Yeah.
And just, yeah.
Well, I said when you came in this room, I was like, you've got a weird energy.
Yeah.
Unlike
Normally when
usually.
Jack comes into the room, he's a big ball of energy and all like you get talking straight away and you're just quiet.
When
you're quiet,
today, haven't I? Yeah.
when you're quiet, we know there's something wrong.
But then you start getting annoying again. So we're like, well, we've cheered you up. You've been with us for a little while now.
Yeah,
How are you feeling?
Me?
Yeah.
Full of kebab. It's, because obviously when I come back here, I can go to my old kebab place because there's not really where I am now. I've not found a good kebab, so I don't really have them. But I had one, and I forgot that. Oh God, when you have that much hot chili and everything, it's just like, your stomach's going to be crying at you for the next 3 to 8 business days. As I've got older, like I love spicy food, but it just doesn't agree as much. And I'm not talking about it in the disgusting way. I'm talking in terms of like genuinely feeling quite queasy and stuff the day after. And so it's just a case of
Hate to say it, man. It's called getting old.
I really hoped it wouldn't be.
No, sadly,
Why am I getting notifications on my watch from Pokemon Go? Right? I'm gonna put that over there. Please don't let me forget that.
Put it.
Yeah, put it there. But yeah, it's
Ooh, there's a gym near you.
no, it's a community day, isn't it, today?
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
yeah, it means there's like special Pokemon
Special things
spawns and the
yeah.
like.
So if you suddenly leave, we know he's gone Pokemon.
I don't play it anymore, really.
You not?
No, and that's I've got too much. I've got to a point where I've got too much on. But yeah, no, it's I'm feeling all right. It's I was quite. I'll be honest. I'm really overworked at the minute, just in this current sort of week and next week, and I've kind of put this at the worst possible time, but I am feeling good today. I woke up bright in it because I've been getting up at ridiculous o'clock. I sprang out of bed pretty much at like 7 o'clock this morning, and I would never do that. But because I've been working so early, sort of like getting up at 6 most days.
I wish I had that energy.
I've never
I
had
don't
it.
have it anymore.
I don't know why. I think it's because I got up and I knew we had stuff to do today. And I also knew I'd have a bit of quiet time before Jack got here. So I could get here, calm down, get it sorted. Because last year, Jack came really early and he was just like an excited little puppy in the corner, which was nice. But also we needed to get stuff done. It's very difficult.
I'm a year older now. I've mellowed.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is obviously going to be the episode. There's a quiz later on, which we hope you join in with us because we enjoy doing quizzes in times like this. We've actually replaced the call-in. We used to do a call-in. We will bring it back at some point, but we're not doing it today. We've replaced that section of the in-person episode with the quiz. So feel free to join along with that.
Better than, I will say, better than the Christmas one.
Oh, yes, it's a lot better than the Christmas one.
Yeah, we've actually already done the quiz at the time of starting this podcast, but it will be sectioned in later on. We wanted to do the quiz first, so if we had any technical difficulties, we could move through it. But yes, it's going to be basically our random waffle episode where we talk about whatever we want, really. And the first thing I want to do this episode is talk about, we've had a year. We've had a year with the promotion in it. We've had a year where the season's currently up in the air, isn't it? Not doing so well on the day of recording this, unfortunately. But it's a case of we don't know where Wednesday are going to end up. But we've had a lot. We've had a lot over the course of the podcast as well. So the podcast has had its first promotion. We've been back in the championship for the first time. We've actually had a promotion running there. Different things happening. So I kind of want to talk about what's been your favorite memory and the things around it this season. So Jake, we'll start with you.
This season alone?
Yes. So this year. No, not this season, as in
you mean
as in the year
last 12 months.
Last 12 months.
It gotta be just the whole atmosphere with us, the Peterborough game, but then just seeing this grow. The amount of people that we spoke to, me and Jack, when we went midweek, who was now starting to realise that what we're doing is, like credible. That bit where you finally feel like it's a bit credible. People understand who you are and your voice. And I think it's nice, because for a while during lockdown, it was like, yeah, okay, people are watching. Yeah. But do people actually understand who we are? If that makes sense. Not in like, oh, look, that's who it is, but like respect our opinions. Because for a while, I didn't think they did. I thought people just thought it's just two idiots.
Some people still don't, but it's one of those things that, I felt that especially when we went to like Wembley and stuff like that. And I've seen more in people every time I go to a good match,
I will say something though. Just remember, long hair, short hair. I got called you.
I get called Jake all the time. That's the thing. It's probably because we've both got beards. Yeah. But one of right. I nearly said something I really shouldn't have. I went, if you get your torch out,
one of them will be on the floor, the other one will not.
Jesus Christ. I can't say that.
True though.
That's the test. That's the litmus paper test.
Please don't do that. I want to say please don't do that. But no,
if we're at games then and it's a light show, just look for the one that's on the floor.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I actually think, because we're currently in the lull, so we at the end of the, I've noticed patterns. So like 3 years of this podcast now, the start of the year is quite a lull. In terms of like the viewership dies off, especially when Wednesday aren't doing well. We don't necessarily do well. And I pivoted away. Like last year, I was talking about doing giveaways, doing things like that. We brought the stickers in. The stickers are still going to be a thing, and they still are a thing. There's actually a backlog. A couple of people I'm sorting out addresses actually, because we need to get some to you and stuff like that. But we had the extra plan. We had all that sort of stuff. But the year went in a very different way than we thought it was going to go, because we had the promotion running and we're nearly preparing for another run in League One, and then, we'll do this content here. And then I decided to move, which changed quite a lot. So
Wait, weird because you
I'm
kind of
still going through the move. I've not like fully. It's weird because I've not like because I've never.
you're half like migrated, half
Yeah,
not.
it's very weird. It's I feel like I'm coming to more towards actually having fully moved though. It's just
The weird thing about that year was the way we had. Normally at the end of the season we have like lull of where May we're like talking about what we think was the best part of the season, doing the award, but because we didn't have that, because we were still
we didn't do
in
the
that,
awards.
No,
Yeah,
because we were
all of
still
our
in
usual
the
tropes.
yeah, we're still in like that massive glow of what we just done. It felt very odd because, but then it came to August and there was a run of show where it's just me and you doing them because you went on holiday.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was that as well. I picked up.
You actually went and got a break.
I picked up some work over the summer. I went away. Yeah, I went to Scotland for a while. That was nice. I obviously went away. Yeah, there was that time where I let you guys.
It
run
was
a
nice.
little bit.
It was nice. Like it can sound really bad, but it'd been nice being trusted with the podcast and knowing that he's like, right, Jake can actually do this and not mess it up badly. He might mess it up a little bit, but not badly.
It's more of a case of that, man. Thank you. And not in a bad way. It's just a case of I just go. So I'll take notes in the podcast if because you swear sometimes without thinking and stuff like that. So I'll put a note to remember to cut this bit out or go and have a look at it. Because I'm not on the podcast, I'm actually, if I'm away, for example, I'm only uploading it. I'm not going to edit it. I'm not going to proof it. So it's like, Jake, please take notes. And if Jake misses the notes and you've done something, then it's going live, basically.
Yeah. And there was a couple of times when I was taking notes and I realized I messed up. I had to re-watch it like twice because there was something I had to cut and it was something we can't have that in. I went into U mode. And the thing is, it's weird because it's really easy to go into that production mode because I do it on my own stuff because I have to cut out seizures anyway. So I always have to look at where, to be fair, they're easier than looking for sound clips. I just have to look on the camera and go, oh yeah, I'm not there kind of thing. But it is difficult when you're having to look after something that we've all created.
Yeah.
And I think it's that thing. It's nice having some, let's be honest, did we think after the pandemic season we'd be able to keep this going? Honestly.
Weirdly, actually, I thought, because I changed my mind on it because I was going to make it an interview thing and I was going to grow like a lot of other places go, other podcasts, other groups, other things. You'll grow through interviews and giveaways. And I was going to do that tactic. I was going to do the full marketing tactic basically, but then we kind of like developed our own identity in a way. And I just decided I wanted to keep the podcast going as a natter. You know, I wanted to be that. We've got a structured natter. I think like the way we did it, the way we did our format, I'd say is actually something you see more and more of.
I'm gonna say
now.
I see glimpses of that format in the other stuff at times.
Yeah, exactly. But in this sort of space, it was like over the past 3 years, from what I could see, we did the structure very differently. But now it's a case of like there's so much in the space and it's good stuff. But it's a case of I was proud of the formula we came up with to build it. The one thing I will say is, and I guess we'll go for all things. The thing I'm slightly disappointed in is and this is my fault. It's not anything else. I've let the community aspect go a little bit because it was because I've been so busy. It was the maintenance of that side of it was the tricky bit. And in the pandemic, that was a lot easier. So it has become more of us having a natter and then we do everything else in the comment section as the ice cream van goes past. That's probably going to get picked up somewhere. But should we send Jack for the ice cream? Go on, off you go.
I don't think it will get picked up for you.
You got, sorry?
I don't think it will get picked up.
No, maybe not. But yeah.
I think it was weird when we did eventually bring Jack on though. Because we were so used to working as a two and then we had a third. It was like...
It was difficult actually.
Yeah.
It was difficult because the dynamic shifts.
We knew about you like on the 50th episode and then the 100th you were in.
Yeah, I was a community caller on the
Yeah.
one when you were in the old building.
Yeah.
But I've actually learned
That's
some things about it. It was a really scuffed setup.
Oh, man.
Didn't come across on the camera actually when you did
Oh,
it. But
man.
That
yeah,
was fun.
I was just a caller in, and then I was somehow ended up managing to get here. So, and then here I am, which is crazy. But
No,
it's
yeah,
nice.
and it's as I've said to you, I think that you are that hyperactive little puppy, but there's always been like, as soon as we started
Scrappy-doo.
talking to you, I could tell that you had something about you in terms of talking and that sort of thing. And that's the thing on the podcast that I will openly admit, I kind of wanted a fan's perspective of someone who doesn't really go anymore. You've been to a few matches and stuff, but like somebody who is the more armchair perspective that is. Obviously, Jake's probably become that, but Jake watches so much of it. He's one of those things that he probably knows. Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
You see everything.
Yeah.
You watch absolutely every minute of every Sheffield Wednesday game. You know that. So, but it's with Jack. It's more of that. It's more of that side of the perspective that you would get if you were just browsing social media. Because sometimes, and I don't know if you agree with this, Jack, fully, it's like you don't have all the information, but you will still have a whack at putting your opinion in there, and then it provokes debate.
I do. The thing is, though, I do like to make sure that I know at least something of what I'm trying to talk about.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I'm not like these gammons who just go, I know him. He's not good at all. Even when he's like played a blinder and he's the top scorer by the end of the season or something like, But yes, like I do have a bit of an outside looking in perspective, but that's not. I don't think that's.
But
a bad
I wasn't.
thing.
I'm not trying to say that it's
No,
derogatory.
I know. I don't mean. I know
thing-
you aren't, but other people have said so before, and
Yeah,
they're entitled to their opinion, as am I.
but
So,
what I will say is, when you're on with just me, the whole point is to push you out your comfort zone because I make you play the Jake role, which means you have to analyze everything like Jake would.
yes.
It's.
I'm sorry that I can't fall over a lot and and
Should we
say
stop?
Gasserman rather
Right.
than Gassama.
Well, I think
and,
that. I think that.
Sorry.
I think that's where we
anyway.
put a pin in mocking
Yes.
his disability.
Yes.
Now we've already had
Yes,
a
I
couple
know.
started off.
He knows
You
we love
started,
him.
Jake.
I know I did.
But
To be fair, I like this season because I keep constantly when I'm doing a podcast getting told it's said like this. I've got like 5 to 6 different ways of saying Masaba and Gassama, and of course I get it right on this fucking one of my friends.
God, I've not got a notepad.
It's fine. It's past the point of. It's past the 2-minute mark. You
I've
can
got it.
swear
Yes.
without it being flagged or anything.
No,
so.
that's true. However, for the audio feeds, I don't like putting
true.
them in the explicit tag if
True.
unless I actually absolutely have to.
Good point.
Purely because it's annoying for people who have the explicit filter on because they then have to take the explicit filter off just for the
Apologies,
episode.
but it has annoyed me that I have started to like. Thing is, I'll say the name once, and I think it's Dix,
Yeah.
and you literally get 5 to 6 different versions of how I say something.
It is fine though. To be fair though, Jake, because at least this season we don't have the little issue of one of the presenters constantly saying Adeniran rather than Adeniran or Adeniran. Should
Yeah, I was going to say, don't
Careful, I don't want to annoy Andy in the comments that you said it wrong.
One of the funniest things Andy ever said is when you corrected Jake and you got it wrong.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway,
The one thing of going forward, sort of like, actually, we'll talk about that in a different section. Yeah, your memories then.
Yeah,
So your memories from.
I mean, it was actually. I mean, obviously, it's the obvious choice is going and
It's the
seeing the
miracle.
comeback and the miracle comeback and then the Wembley trip, because that actually was the first time I'd gone to Hillsborough to watch a game since March 2016 when we beat Charlton 3-0 from a sublime few Jack Hunt crosses. Anyway, yeah, that's the first time I've been back to Hillsborough, and it's really nice to like actually go again, I guess. And
Actually, you need to go more. You've got a winning record.
I do actually have a winning
You do,
record. Every
actually.
time I've been, we've won. We've never had another result other than a win since I've been going. So I guess I need to go more.
I
So there
can't
we
say,
go.
I can't say that because I've been to a couple of losses since we've
Mhm.
been back in the champ. So there's that.
There we
Whereas,
go.
whereas with yourself,
And also the being on the podcast is lovely. It's lovely for the pelters that I get. It's lovely. It's all part of the experience.
Make your face sound like you. It's lovely then.
What do you mean? To be fair, you could say that I look and I'm doing anything and I can't stand up for myself. So it's
I've
fine.
never felt like I did at that Peterborough game
Mm.
that I ever have in a football match before.
Mm.
There was something about it. It was
There's something when it was on the live stream as well, doing it. There was something weird.
Yeah.
Oh, we could tell.
So
It's 4-4! It's 4-4! You know what I love about that clip? We're going to Wembley! You know what I love about that clip,
was
though?
amazing.
I was so defeated, like, we
Yeah.
gave it a good try, and then that happened.
well, we actually, we'll say this off air. We were deciding on the first time we've had. You were in a right mood around that time, and we'd agreed on how we were
Yeah.
going to do the content plan for Talking Wednesday. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to throw you in it here. All of a sudden, Jake turned round and basically went, "No, I'm doing it. I'm doing both legs. What do you mean?" And I was like, "No, we agree on the plan. We were going to I was going to moderate yours. You were going to moderate mine." And I'm gonna do the first leg, and then we and Jack are gonna go to the second leg. And all of a sudden, you forgot this, and all of a sudden, it kicked. And Jack was in the middle that time. He was like, and it was a case of we ended up splitting it. So you did the first half, and I did the second half.
I think the thing is, I like doing watch along, but it's hard to like do them when there's another person who does it.
Yeah,
because I've always never walked out on your toes and vice versa.
Well,
You've always done the watch alongs.
Well, that's the thing, because that's the thing with it, and it was more of a case of like, we're already giving you the second leg in the final because you're not going to go, but you were in pre-baby panic already by then.
Yeah,
and every week you were a miserable
I
gig.
was horrible. I was horrible to work with.
Shall I just drop a nuke on this whole situation and be like, "Oh, I'm doing watch-alongs now, by the way, as well, lads." No, I'm not going to.
Well, that's this is the thing.
That's a joke. That's a joke. Don't have an aneurysm, guys. That was a joke.
No, because that's what the thing that made us look at everything.
Yeah.
Because we've all decided to do Wednesday content now in some way, shape, or form. But we're all mates.
I will say we probably needed that argument to get things out the way.
Yeah, because I also was like, why the hell are we arguing when we've agreed this?
Yeah.
But then I was like, well, Jake, there's clearly something here because clearly you want to do watch-alongs too. So how do we that you're not telling me? Because you know me, I'll blatantly turn around and say, if you've got a problem with this, tell me. And sometimes you'll just go, oh, no, I'm not. And I'll be like, well, you have though, haven't you?
But that's me making sure I don't get into conflict. So for me, it's me going, if I say yes, I don't have to worry about what's going to happen to me later.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's hard to like have that kind of battle with yourself. So sometimes I will blatantly, but I think since then
It was all you, Jack. We were fine before you came along.
I've sown seeds of chaos.
How did we manage to get him both of us on joint custody at weekend?
I know. That's weird, isn't it?
They talk about me like I'm their child stuck in the middle of a divorce or something. Like
our child who looks like you could be either of our fathers.
Yeah. But I think we're very good at making and finding a happy balance.
I do feel like if like a child was in trouble in a supermarket, you would be someone they think was an actual reasonable, respectable adult to come over to.
Oh, it happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
So many strangers always come up to me to sort something out, or like, excuse me, can you help me with this dire situation I'm in? I don't know why it is.
But then you get that. I know you so well now. I know the look of panic in your eyes.
Oh yeah. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You want to look like you've got it all together when you don't.
Even when I don't.
But no, because what we did then is we started doing let's do it at the Talking Wednesday stuff, and we actually evolved the content and started doing live watch along podcasts and stuff, and realizing that we can do it all because it then didn't matter what channel it was on as well and things like that. I think it was also a case of when you then got out of the mood, things got so much better. But now it's a case of we've even got the things where we're bringing Jack on at half time and stuff like that.
He got out of the mood because the baby got out of his wife and now he's in the world, and
he's very cute.
There we go.
I've met him today.
Yeah. He's a lovely little sprog.
You keep striking at a minute, just because he's teething already at 3 months, which is too early.
Striking, that's such a Donny term.
No, it's a Manchester term.
The
Manc term.
What? But why are you saying it of all people? I didn't know.
What have I been watching a lot of?
Oh, Goldbridge.
No. Syndicate vlogs.
Oh yeah, I forget you're a little one of them.
I watched Tom Syndicate vlogs in the evening with the wife.
Who's that?
Syndicate. He used to do like Minecraft and stuff. Okay.
No. Well, a vague idea is like the old days of KSI, that generation of.
Yeah, I didn't know.
No.
I didn't
Yeah.
know of even KSI until like a couple of years ago when they started doing like
Yeah,
diss
you
tracks.
used to do like Minecraft builds and stuff
But
like
now,
that.
obviously, you can't get away from it. But to be honest, yeah, it's one of those things. YouTube, I always used to just use for podcasts, actually, gaming podcasts from America, IGN content, that sort of stuff.
Who would
I
partner
used
with
to-
Machinima?
Oh, okay. Then maybe, yeah. Then maybe, because I used to watch Inside Gaming on Machinima.
Yeah.
Rooster
With
Teeth
Hot-
just
with
shut
Hot-
down as well.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace, Rooster Teeth.
Yeah,
I used to love their
yeah.
videos.
But to be fair, there's Inside Games, which is basically the core of what that was
Yeah.
back in the day.
You notice how many companies like that from back in the day are just dying.
Well, it's because you can't support it, and most people have realised that you can actually branch out on your own and support yourselves with it. There's not profitability in it as much as people want to say, unless you're doing it as
Well,
a
that's what
lone
the
venture.
old IGN lad did, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
They went and did.
Yeah.
Was it Games Over? Oh, what's it called?
So, right, if we're going into that sort of thing, because I used to watch so IGN broke off into a company called Kind of Funny, and then then they basically
Greg
has
Miller and
big,
co, innit?
yeah, that
Yeah.
sort of thing now in America, and that's where a lot of the podcast formats come out of. I will say that like older podcasts that they sort of did probably gave me some inspiration on how to actually podcast as well, sort of thing when they broke out. And I know that there was a rift there, and then
It's split.
and then there's two really popular podcast companies now. So it's one of those things where there's so many podcasts in the space. The one thing that does get me is everyone's got a podcast now.
Yeah.
And that's where it's been times where I'm like, do we just step out? Do you know, and does any, but what keeps it going is the community of it.
But there's only a lot of podcasts due to, ironically, the pandemic.
But it's even since it's from then people have learned to watch podcasts and go, oh, I can do my own, and I'll sit down. And I think it's only some people sit down and realize actually how hard it is to be consistent with it, which is why when I started feeling like I was half-arsing it, we needed to change it. I needed to refresh it a little bit. Sort of, there was a few weeks where I was so snowed under that I was like, this is not good, because I don't want to.
There were a few couple of weeks where we were like going to podcasting, like
I cancelled it one week.
I can't be bothered.
I said I'd never cancel it, but I cancelled it one week because
Yeah.
I genuinely, I was like, no, and I'm not going to waste anybody's
you weren't
time.
feeling it.
You know, I'm not going to waste anybody's time by saying, it's not the hardest thing in the world, but I'm not going to waste anyone's time by just sitting there and, oh, you've just watched me waste an hour of your life because I'm not really.
Yeah, but
giving
then,
a crap about what I say.
if you've got to edit something that you are not comfortable with putting out, because you know that you're not in the right mindset, you're not going to want to edit it.
But yeah, I'm careful about that.
You got to remember, me and Jack can sit here and send you the clips,
Yeah.
but you're the one who's got to sit there and edit it all, and then because that can sometimes be 3 hours.
God, I miss my old internet.
Yeah, he doesn't like.
It takes me so long to upload the podcast again now.
Yeah, he doesn't like the internet from up there. It's all very draconian compared.
He
to
got very
Everyone
annoyed when
else.
me and Jack got very good internet.
It's the northeast, mate. I swear they still use 2 tins. And
Do you know, to my dismay as well, do you know what everybody also started deciding they could do on their own during the pandemic? Become a bloody voice actor. Oh, I just need to sit here in my
Jack,
linen
are you
cupboard.
a voice actor?
I just
Have you worked on Fallout London?
coming out
Oh,
next
I'm
month.
a voice actor.
For God's sake, that bloody noise.
Do I always moan about not having the right setup when actually I could just get a bloody duvet and do it?
Well,
Have you not already got all the gear already that you could do it all?
everyone and their mother decided, ooh, I've just got a linen cupboard and a Blue Yeti microphone, which sounds horrendous, and I can just do my own voiceover work.
So if that's your competition, why aren't you smashing it?
Oh yeah.
because of
Every day doing reels.
inconsistency and getting in my own head and all that jazz.
That's
And
what I'm saying.
yeah.
Do it every day because you are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But you don't.
But I don't, and I should.
The amount of times I have to say, "What you done today?" Is like, "Oh, I've played a bit of."
planned.
Oh God, let's not get into
planned
dirty
this, that,
laundry.
and
on
the
the
No,
podcast.
no,
We're
no.
embarrassed.
One of the funniest ones is like goes, right, you got this. I said, oh no, play Skyrim again for the billionth time because he couldn't be bothered
I
to do
can't
it.
blame him with that. I started
No.
a survival mode playing. But yeah, the one thing is, the other day, it's like when you were saying the thing, I know you were making jokes about it, but I
Yeah.
was like, have you not even just, because I used to send reels in with an old Rode NT1 with a duvet over the back of my head. And I used to record demos like that, voice acting and singing. Imagine in summer trying to sing underneath. That was literally how I got the early stuff out.
I
Is that how
recorded a
you,
lot of my
worked
lines.
out? to like get the
No, I used to.
I used
to actually lose so much weight because I'd come home from uni and in summer I'd just for 6 weeks I'd go out every Friday night, drink loads and eat loads of pizza. And I'd have like 2 takeaways, but I would literally every single day do about a 2-hour set of just working because I had nothing else to do. I'd go out, socialize, and then I was like, well, it's sunny. I might as well just lift weights for that. And it kept me skinny.
You're both, all 3 of us actually all of us will be a lot happier when the sunshine.
Yeah, no, I'm very much a seasonal person with stuff. I'm regretting, I'm even just dreading the thought of it coming round to the other side. I hate stinky things. I hate things that go buzz. The fact you can't have the window open without thinking they're going to come in the middle of something and then like they bloody love to do and then just sit there in between you like blind and you're like, just go away. I can't concentrate.
I'm not looking forward to that because McKenna literally screams.
Does she?
She will scream the place down. If it comes she screams, she shakes. She'll go to a corner and shake and cry because she's petrified of it. It took us ages to make her understand that butterfly won't hurt her.
Okay, that's a bit.
Yeah,
that's a bit much. But other than that, bless her. She is only like 6. So
yeah.
I was going to make a joke, but I won't.
But in terms of memories.
Anyway. Yes. Memories.
So yeah. Peterborough for you.
Who are you again? Yeah, Peterborough for me. And being on, kissing the backsides of YouTube, but being on this podcast is lovely. Yeah, that's my.
Shall we tell him about his new job then? Since he can
before we do. Yeah, so I rang him today and he didn't answer because me and Jake got here and I was like, you know what I've done?
I was already here.
Well, yeah, that's true. I went, I've made a grave error in the fact that I've put our schedule together and not thought about lunch because we're going to have dinner later.
Yeah.
Lovely chili.
Yeah.
It smells lovely. But I was like, we need a Mackey's run. So I rang Jack. He didn't answer the phone. He arrived here and I was like, I'm not having that.
We didn't even let him get
out of the car. We went out. We were like, Jack.
Literally stood like point blank next to my door so I couldn't get out of the car.
We were like, you need to do a Mackey's run for lunch, please. So that's what he did. And then he got there and he couldn't even get me what I wanted.
Did you get your dips either?
Yeah, right. That was the worst thing, right? The sauce. So,
no, son, we've got sauce at home.
Yeah, but then he pulls out the Aldi sauce, and the Aldi sauce is crap. The tomato ketchup is like,
it's not great.
It's not good, right? So he goes, oh, what I've realised is I've texted him. I go, have you got sauce? And he goes, no. And I'll go, okay, well, he must have been come out and forgot this. That's fine. He's on his way back. But then 20 minutes later-ish, or whatever it was, like 10, 15 minutes later, he goes, I've got the food. I'm on my way back. And I was like, hang on. So I asked you about the sauce. You said, no, you've not got the sauce. And then when you went up to pick up the food, you didn't ask for sauce.
Because we got sauce at home. Why do I need to
Because
get
you can get
sauce?
curry,
I could
barbecue.
understand.
Their tomato ketchup is their own blend.
Yeah. I couldn't understand if you were in the drive-thru and you just forgot, but you actually went in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stood there.
Yeah.
While everything was going, beep, beep, beep,
We
beep,
had sauce back
with
here.
your little receipt.
Look, I sacrificed getting a drink because my car has not got enough cup holders for 3 drinks, all right?
Let's not talk about your car.
Let's not talk about this tiny bloody car.
I actually sung the clown theme song
Yes,
thing when
as
he
I
got
was
out
getting
of the car
out.
because he is bigger than most of the car. Dude, that is not.
Yep.
Ooh, we're getting some.
Sorry.
Pause.
Right, okay. They're just at the moment we recorded this, right? It's 6-0 to it.
Yeah.
Sorry, we'll carry on. Yep. Oh, God.
Unalive me now, please.
And that was...
Memories. This is meant to be a spontaneous
Yeah.
podcast. It's not all about that. But yes, he didn't get sauce, and I was very sad.
Because, well, I mean, you're constantly calling me a Tory for where I live, but actually, I would say that's a rather Sheffield tight-ass thing of me to do, is say, no, actually, children, we've got sauce at home.
Yeah, but they're free.
This is free to a certain extent.
No, Jake has already paid for them. So what you've
It's a
actually
big-
done is taken ketchup and mayonnaise out of his children's mouths.
Good. They need to learn a bit of discipline. You can't get too many people get freebies these days. These kids, they need to learn to go without. They need to learn a bit of discipline.
Yeah, and you're only saying this because there were lots of kids at McDonald's and you really wanted to leave.
It was at contact visits.
You know when when you see certain children with certain behaviours and you're like, yes, this is why I don't want to be a parent yet.
Yeah.
And they remind you of that. I will. Yes. There were a lot of people like that in this.
I couldn't imagine. You say yes, but you as a parent.
I think you drive.
What do you mean as in like full on?
Yeah.
Jack rages about everything. Like, I think it's such a good idea. I'll go to a match with my friend, and then when that friend's Jack, I'm like, why won't you shut up?
Oh, when I'm constantly making slight digs about like refereeing decisions.
Yeah.
It's like when me and him went, and I actually had other people around us laughing because I was like, yeah, he's definitely a bloody cyclist. Look at his build. Oh, he's dancing around. Look at that leg swaying. Oh, yes.
He couldn't keep up with the bloody onside goal, though, could he?
No, he couldn't. And yeah, so if you think that's bad,
fair, you know, that game, the bloke at the side of him was talking so much to me that he didn't get a word in anyway.
Well, that's because I was like, I think he got. I felt bad at one, but Jack kept trying to talk to me at Wembley, and I was like, Jack, shut up, because I was just like, it was that tense era, and you just kept talking, and I was like, please, Jack.
That was your nervousness.
It was nervous
Yeah.
talking, yes.
Yeah.
But honestly, I actually have the most like road rage you've ever seen.
It's when we went down to so memories. Mine was going to be actually the actual trip around it because it was a different. The engagement I got around the vlogs and the community, that the audience I gathered from that, and then talking to people, that was really, it was a different experience that I've never had on the channel. Building something like that, getting like the Peterborough aftermath. I've actually edited that video a lot. The Peterborough vlog's not the same because of obviously I've changed a few things because
cheers, EFL.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's one of those things where basically we got back. We went to my nan's, didn't we? And it was about, we didn't get back. We didn't set off probably until like after midnight.
Yeah,
and we uploaded the podcast.
I got back home at at 4:45 in the morning because this man insisted on editing on his nan's top quality internet. So I was stranded at his nan's house until he was satisfied with the progress of the bloody vlog upload. I literally had to stop at a service station and get a Monster Energy, which I hate above anything else.
I got copyright claimed, didn't I? So that's what happened.
So we did it all over again.
So, you got copyright claimed on thingy, didn't you?
Yeah. It was even worse at Wembley because we got back to the hotel, and
then I fell asleep. He was sat there.
I remember getting a message from Jamie going, "I'm trying to edit the vlog."
I very nearly picked up the pillow and made sure that it was the long sleep.
Yeah. No, you don't know this, Jack. I got a message saying, "I'm trying to edit the vlog," and he falls asleep. How the hell can I edit this? All I can hear is,
"Oh my god."
Genuinely, it was like a truck reversing whilst hitting into a manner of objects, and you shaking the room.
I remember him going, "I've got to drive back," and I'm absolutely shattered.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing because it was getting later and later, and what really got me again was non-copyright. This is a thing that I'm finding in general. Non-copyright music
gets copyright.
Got copyright, and so I'd finished the vlog maybe about must have been 12:30, and then it got copyright struck.
Yeah,
well, not struck but claimed, and then I was like, well, so now I've got to re-edit and then re-upload it. This was on hotel Wi-Fi as well.
Yeah,
London hotel Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so it got through and.
Didn't you two crash a wedding the night before?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We were sat there outside and we were like, shall we go in? Just say hello.
Yeah. And I started chatting for a little while with this woman who I think thought I was actually at the wedding.
Yeah.
That old lead, that sort of like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say Karen looking, but that'd probably be offensive to some people. But yeah, and then there was a cat.
Oh, yes.
A hotel cat.
Yes. That was just
And
so
then there
funny.
was some people playing on a giant chessboard, like
Yeah,
out of Harry Potter at the
I remember
bottom.
just getting like random video from you both going, look, I'm like, what's going on? What,
People playing on the giant
what have
chessboard.
they taken to suddenly be there?
It was a good trip. And
Yes.
then there was that. There's so many cameras in London and the road systems and
Yeah.
yeah.
Other drivers in London.
Yeah,
Like,
so
my God.
sort of getting wondering if we'd got done by like a camera, forgot because we were
Yeah.
like, do we know how this road works exactly? And then panicking for about 20
Did
minutes.
anything actually happen with that, or was it? No.
No, because
So I was right.
Because we didn't do anything wrong. 'cause I
James
didn't
was
do anything
stressing over
wrong.
nothing.
Yeah,
You would have been stressing as well. You and
to
the
be
other
fair,
two.
Jack said the exact. Jack actually said
Yeah.
that he would have been stressed if it was.
Did
his
you get?
situation.
By the way, did you get anything for that game we went to?
Oh no.
Because
It's
he
all
had
fine.
the same
It
thing.
was just
he parked in.
stupidly vague.
Yeah.
And then like, oh yeah, so I'll tell this as well. So there's that Sainsbury's that's near the Carphone warehouse.
Allegedly, just in case he has broken a traffic
Yes,
violation.
allegedly. I mean, I haven't because I paid for the space until like
Oh right,
for
no,
hours
that's
and
fine.
hours.
Yeah.
But
It's a space. That's
it
fine.
was so unclear. Like the instructions on where you actually had to park and all that stuff was so unclear that I was stressing for like 4 days afterwards that I was getting
You were stressing on the way back,
like 75
especially when
quid
you were
that I
in
was
traffic.
getting a parking ticket or whatever. And I just saw like all around there was these weird sensors above the parking spaces, and the one above my car was red. All the others were green. And I was going, this is an indicator to take a photo of my license plate. That's what that means. So we obviously left the car park. And then I rechecked the email again when I got home. It was like, oh no, I've parked exactly where it's directed me, but it was still red. So it was just.
It's one of those things that you could have contested it with it.
Yeah.
It's difficult because I think once you get done for something, even if it's small, you start second guessing everything. And I actually think that's why stuff can get worse and make you a worse driver.
And
or
6 years into being a driver, touch wood, I've actually not been done by anything
Haven't
at
you
all.
been like flashed twice and just got away with it?
Oh no.
I thought.
No, that was a lorry. Because I
was
was
it?
panicking, wasn't I? After we went to that Peterborough game.
Yeah.
No, it was a lorry that was just steamrolling and didn't care about that. I've just put
You know,
for
content.
and they flashed them, not my car.
You know, for like content
Yeah.
for you should just have one of those mics that I gave you and just have it mounted in your car and just press record.
Oh yeah, press
And just
record.
press record. That should be it.
Your car is got such thin windows and doors, like you would hear everything you were saying in that car. So when you scream, like everybody can hear you.
I do take a little bit of pleasure in that. Because I did have a bit, actually on the way up today, I had a bit of road rage around my local area.
No, you had road rage.
And it was someone cutting me up, and I was forced to sit there and wait. And I was like, you effing this, that, and the other, having a proper road rage at this bloody van that cut me up. And there was a guy walking his dog, and he was just wetting himself laughing because of me just going in on this van.
But like that, you should just mount one of those mics.
Oh
like,
yeah,
in the
just
car.
have my phone pointed towards the road with the microphone on.
Yeah,
I'd probably end up going viral on like those road rage
Exactly.
couple.
Well, I said to like, what was I going to say? I've got to the point now where I am that driver that I'm like, well, this is the speed limit, so we're going to go the speed limit.
yeah.
I'm already 1 mile an hour over the speed limit. You might want to go faster, but it's like I came back and where I lived, like there's 3 new speed cameras.
Is there?
So yeah, and I was like, oh, this is why, even in areas where you think, oh, I can go a little bit quicker here, there's no point anymore. They've ruined British roads, basically. It's just like, but then like, I didn't, but like when I was up in Scotland, there was some roads there. I was like, oh yeah, actually, if I wanted to like enjoy roads,
But I can't have the conversation because I just drive virtually.
yeah, and you crash that.
Yeah, a lot. It's quite funny because when
the only Twitch stream you've ever done.
While we were waiting for you, James was like, can I ever go on the steering wheel and play something? What you got to like truck is like, oh, I can drive a truck. I've driven one.
Yeah. It's boring, Jake. I think it might be very soothing.
It is.
But it's also a case of, I think he gave me a truck that was like half damaged.
Oh yeah, it was knackered. It was like 53% when he had it. And then it
I
ended at
amused
71.
him quite a bit somehow. Like, I think with my
You
narration of it.
You kept on saying stuff, and the stuff you said I can't say because it will kill it. But it was just hilarious.
Yeah, it would get things demonetized because But that could be a members extra content at
yes.
some point. But no, it was a really nice time. I was kind of sad, and obviously we went down. My uncle came with us as well, so it was.
His uncle is a very lovely man as well, by the way.
Yeah, he's great. He got me, as I've said, he got me into Wednesday. It was the reason I am a Wednesday fan. So when I was little, so it's it was a nice experience, you know.
I know we just said like memory, but I've got one now. Where are we wanting to go forward?
Well, that's going to be the next topic. So that segues quite
Jake's
nicely.
clairvoyant.
Say hello to the newest. He's right behind the microphone. The newest Talking Wednesday podcast host of the future.
Yeah. Are you going to be on here? Are you going to do this? Is this all going to be yours? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it all going to be yours? Is all this lot going to be yours? Are you going to fight your sister for it?
We've got to say, he has been the best behaved little one since we've come today, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
All of a sudden, like, apparently this is the Oh, you okay? Yeah, no, he wants to talk. He wants to talk. What have you got to say, little man?
What are you saying, Hunter?
What are you saying? What are you saying? He might be saying, I need the toilet. Is that what you're saying?
You okay?
That way, more coherent. 90% of Sheffield.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, he's not.
He's not wrong. But he's as you were saying, he's been first time I've actually met him today. You came when he was small, and I've seen a picture of Jack holding him when he was.
I will send you it.
He was absolutely horrified.
You're not bad. You're gay. You're gay. Yeah, you're good.
So he's this. Oh, by the way, for the audio listeners, we've got Jake's newborn son.
Yeah,
on the podcast.
We've got him. We're not giving him back unless Jake pays.
Your mic's not recording.
Is his mic not recording?
No.
There we go. There's some technical. Jack did have a funny voice over there that you didn't hear. But is it died? Need a second one. Technical difficulties, everyone, but it's okay. This is just the transition section into another one.
Yeah.
This is just a transition section into another topic anyway. But no, as I was saying, he's been bad the past couple of days, but we've come today and all of a sudden he's on best behaviour.
He's teething. He's 3 months old and he's already got teeth coming through. He's got 2 bottom teeth and 2 incisors coming through.
Yeah. And what I was saying is like his head strength for a little one is ridiculous. Didn't he? Didn't he try and like he was trying to move. What was he trying to do the other day?
He shouldn't have been
doing it.
Tried to crawl.
Yeah.
That's
a big
Oh, that's a big dribble.
But anyway, yes, that's the family section of the podcast. A little bit of Jake's family into the podcast. He joins the podcast family now, does this little guy?
Yeah.
So maybe one day, actually, that'd be interesting. How old will we feel if we look back on this and he's coherent?
And he's like coherent and he's on as it. Oh,
how old will you feel if you think of that? If he's coherent, that means McKenna will be 10.
Can we stop aging now?
Yeah.
And how old, when one day in the far future, I'm like, I've got a baby child now. How old do you feel now?
Yeah, I don't think he likes the idea of that. He's like, no.
It's like competition.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right, I'm going to go and give you to your dad and we're going to carry on with the podcast.
Shall I take you back down to mummy? Take you down to mummy, you're going to sit here with me for a bit.
I say let him sit there for a bit.
Give it up. You can sit here for a bit.
We were just talking about the future of the podcast. And
Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can do the next topic. Why not? And we'll take him back if we need to take him back.
Yeah.
Are you recording now?
Yeah, it's all recording.
Yes.
Cool. It's all recording just then.
So the next topic is the future of Sheffield Wednesday. We've done the future of the podcast.
So this is your bit. So
Yes.
speak up when you think you need to say something.
So when he needs to support Sheffield Wednesday, what do we want the picture to be? Because obviously there's a lot of things around the fan base at the minute with the ownership and that side of things. What do we actually want going forward in terms of the ownership, about the club structure, about everything really? I'll start with you, Jake.
A bit more stability in
Yes.
the financial side, knowing where the money's coming from and why it is from. Because at the minute, all we hear is that, the money from a loan to him. Granted, the debt's in Chancery's name, not the club, which I think is smart. But I want to be able to say we got a... it's weird because we kind of got stability right now, but we haven't, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Because you look at what's going on with Reading, that's not stable. You look at other clubs. And I know this is going to like upset some people, but let's be honest, in 9 years, he's done 3 things right. Nearly back-to-back promotions and got us back to the League One championship.
Yeah, and the side of it is obviously like we're only in the situations about like we only had the highs because he brought us the lows when the lows shouldn't have existed if it was well managed. So it's a case of like actually, even if he left and didn't sell the stadium, I don't think he's going to release the stadium if he goes. It's going to be one of those last things that he'll make some money off. But I think you just need to look towards the future of the club, really. And I really wanted it to work for him. And that's the saddening thing.
I still want it to work.
As the Wednesday only, yes, I do want it to work for him. But it's a case of I don't think it's going to get to that case where I think it's the point of no return, really. So, yeah he agrees.
Yeah, he agrees.
Oh, yeah.
So a sale is probably what's going to end up happening.
The problem is, I don't think there ever will be a sale.
Well, as long as we don't, because like obviously Reading are in trouble at the minute. That's the worry for me.
To be fair, they just got Taker, aren't they?
They are.
I think
but they're in advanced. They're asset stripping as well.
Yeah, they're in like advanced talks with an American firm, but they're also the current owners
this
like
is where I will
asset
show
stripping
me.
as much as
I don't know if
possible.
you remember the Bradford when they were in the Prem.
I remember Bradford being in the Prem, but I was quite little.
Right. So basically, their owners
Prem team in my head,
stripped them. And basically, at one point, they just didn't even own the grass that was on the pitch.
Right, okay.
And that's the thing is, I don't think Chancellor is that stupid. I think I hate when I say that his heart's in the right place because it feels like it is. But at the same time, at the same time, I'm not 100% sure. He got Danny Rowe right eventually, but we shouldn't have to put on eventually. I don't know. It's a weird one because I don't know where he sees it. Because we don't have a long-term plan. We have short-term goals.
It's been short-termism for a long time, and it's a case of if you are staying, then you have to come up with the long-term now because you've got you can't just short-term because it's again when we got promoted to the championship, it was like, should we take him back down to his mum in a second?
I think he's getting hungry.
Yeah, we had the short-termism. Bye, little man. We had
my file. You have mail?
You got a smile.
For some reason, Jack doing a Fagin-style Olive voice, like, oh, yeah, you're right there, has made him giggle all night.
Reason. All night.
That's the kind of voice he wants to be avoided on the side of the street as he gets a bit older.
Yeah.
Which is probably not a good thing to get him used to laughing at.
Yeah, probably not, actually.
To be fair, if you make that voice, you either get laughter or glad when you drink it.
Yeah, you'd be all right down on the the weather. All right, mate. But yeah, in terms of him actually, selling, it's one of those situations where I just don't see. I don't see it being a thing of short termism again because he when we got promoted, he was talking about how we might as well just go for the promotion, which is great talk, but. It's all about this, and we're not building the foundations to be a club to get promoted. I remember something about him saying, I don't know if he did say that, actually. I don't know if he said that officially or not. So,
to paraphrase it was like, we're gonna give it our best go and all that sort of thing. And it's like, well, I understand that, but how? What is your actual, what most people want to see is an actual plan. Like, yes, it's all good saying you've got a plan. Just because you put it into the public domain of fans seeing the plan and all that jazz and like other clubs seeing the plan doesn't mean it's going to go to pot. Doesn't mean that other clubs are going to be like sabotaging the efforts. And here we see the passage of time. Oh. We've been doing it long enough.
Are you on the podcast now?
Oh, yes.
You want to say hello? This one can talk.
Yes, this one can talk.
Hello. So welcome to the Talking Wednesday podcast.
Yes.
Can you say into there, hello and welcome to the Talking Wednesday podcast? Can you try?
You say it.
Can you say hello?
Say hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Talking Wednesday podcast.
Welcome to the Talking Wednesday podcast.
Yes. That is an intro. That is
an intro.
That is going on the intro there. You're going to be at the start of our episode now.
Oh, there we
I'm going
go.
to put that all the way at the start.
Oh, you mean at the very beginning?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanted to come down and be on as well, didn't you? The Hunter was on, didn't you?
Huh?
You like Sheffield Wednesday, but who does your aunties support and uncle support?
Fancy.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
What are you doing?
But what did you do when we won at Wembley? You said sorry in front of the trophy list, didn't you? On the telly. They tried to buy you a bar.
Have you gone a bit shy now? Because you're talking in front of them. Does your daddy get you to actually talk into those microphones a lot, or is this the first time you've done it? First? Wow.
What,
Your first
Jake?
time.
You've had all these for so long, and this is the first time. I can't believe it. McKenna, you've been duped. You've been duped here.
She knows what duped means, Jack.
Oh yeah,
The last time James remembers you being nearly on a podcast, it was an extra in a Talking Wednesday extra.
That was nearly a disaster.
Yeah, it was.
That was nearly a disaster. You'll know about that one when you're a bit older, McKenna.
Yeah. You say bye-bye?
Bye.
What else? You got anything else you want to say? You say like the video. They like the video.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Right, I'll see you later.
This time I won't come with anyone else.
Okay, unless you've got one we don't know about, I think we're safe.
This is where he walks back in and he's carrying Sarah in in his arms, and even more time has passed.
Bye bye.
Oh, I don't know. Is he going to bring the dog in next?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Chansiri presenting a plan to the fans.
We?
So I don't know if he thinks, it might get sabotaged because other clubs will know our plan for the future and all that jazz. Brentford put out their literal itemized, this is what we want to accomplish by this, this, and this. Surely as a businessman, you know that you need to present a mission statement to your shareholders and all that. And I get that fans aren't actual legal holders of shares of the club, but treat it similarly. Say, this is the action plan, the mission statement, the action plan, all that jazz. Do that, because then fans will actually believe a word you say when you go, we're going to give a good go of it. We want to do this, this, and this, stop sort of saying you're going to do a lot and then actually not producing the goods when...
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem, isn't it? It's a case
I hope that...
It's more of a case of when we said go away and just... He did it for a while. He disappeared and started doing things right, and then just came.
He disappeared.
He took a wrecking ball to it though this season. Yeah. So it's a case of. I just think we're all fed up.
I think the thing is, I'm fed up of being told it's our fault.
Yeah, and also every time we look and analyze the accounts, he says, "Oh well, what do you do for your club?" Right, for one, we don't
the
get
income streams were mostly from
the
fans.
fan base. But I can also say the people like that talk about it all the time. Exactly, what do we make out of this? And we're not doing it for exactly clout.
No,
because
exactly.
There's not much clout involved in this. So it's like...
If we wanted clout, we'd talk about the bloody Premier League teams. We wouldn't talk about Sheffield Wednesday,
Yeah, exactly. So it's one of those things where I think there needs to be some organisation there. And
it'd be nice if it won't happen because it's not that kind of way of doing it. Thank you. But an AGM or something where we could have something. I don't want it where it's a fan forum.
Yeah.
We've shown he's not very good at them.
Yeah.
But he needs a translator if he's going to do it. Because the problem is when you read his statements...
There's no, the thing is though, Jake, I get what you're saying. I'm not trying to cut you off. We're past that point, in my opinion.
Oh, no, we are.
I think we're at a point where you actually need to see substantial changes to the club's strategy in terms of what we have started to see with Danny. If you can do something that keeps Danny Rull on this path of transforming a side and you back him to a point where you can actually keep hold of him and you can make it an attractive place to be, you actually put the money in the right areas. Maybe we improve our training facilities. Maybe we make sure that we're a bit more savvy. I actually think you should bring in somebody to run the club.
Yeah, but that's been something we said for a while.
Yeah, I think it's time. Because if you're going to own the club and you're not going to let go, then I think you should let go.
Milan
Actually,
offered.
Sell us. Sell us.
Milan offered to come in and do that role.
Oh, we're at the start.
Early doors, he had to do that role, and he said, "No, I can do this." And it's like you've shown that you can do it, but you can't do it well. You know what I mean? No,
That was a very David Brent. It's been a very David Brent approach, hasn't it?
But it's very blunt.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I know he doesn't like having a director of football, so he doesn't want one.
He's never tried it. Just try it for a season or 2 seasons, something like that. Just try it.
Look at how many CEOs he's had. All of them have left for some reason. Like, he was on for a winner when he first came in, when he had that transfer, people, Glenn Roeder and
And
I thought that was ideal. But then they were recommending people, and then he went to other people and went,
he went to parasitic bloody football agencies.
These know better than you. It's like, no, these have been in the game. They know football. And there's gonna be people in the fan base who are all for he come in, he's given up the money, it's his money, he's done this. I get that, and I will be forever grateful for what he's done and how he's done it in terms of putting the money in. Because I couldn't put it in, you couldn't put it in, Jack couldn't put it in, and a lot of the Wenty fan base couldn't put that money in that he put in.
Yeah, but the thing is, he could have spearheaded that with the right people in place, and that's what we're trying to get out there.
But 9 years, we've had 2 transfer fees in 9 years. That's not how a football club runs. Well, we've had a couple if you count the small ones.
Dribbles,
but big ones, that's it.
It's just a situation. We need to sell, and it looks like he's trying to sell to the Red Bull model. We've talked about it before, but if that doesn't happen, it's a case of you need somebody to come in and run it and take a step back. There won't be as much if you actually appoint someone to run the club and you will become the investor. A lot of clubs do it. A lot of clubs have the chairman be the custodian sort of thing. They put the money in, they set the targets, and it's up to the person that runs the club, the CEO, to get it right. You know, he doesn't have to be the chairman. He can be the owner, and the chairman can actually run the club. And and if the chairman fails, if the club's failing, then it's on the chairman as long as you have provided sufficient backing. Because for me, that's a better way to run it, given the mismanagement we've had previously.
And my worry is that he gets to a point. I don't think he'll ever get bored of it. I think he likes having the club.
Yeah, which again is one of those things. If you're not you've got to go down that route because it's clearly not worked. The only thing that has started to work is when you've brought in Danny Rull, and we don't know if that's tried and tested over time because at the start, because it's so close off the back of an awful appointment in Xisco. And I know football's a variable, and I know football changes, but at the minute, there's just nothing to suggest this is going to get better. And unfortunately, Chancery's got such an era on Wednesday now that it's going to take some colossal achievements and restructuring for you ever to win any of the fan base back on side. Apart from the people who just turn around and go, "Oh, well, he's put all this money in," but that's very short-sighted because we agree he's put all this money in, but it's also the situation why the club isn't doing well with FFP.
He's improving. When we see the account,
yes, he is.
But
it's a case of this start of this year, we started to threaten to not put the money in.
Yeah.
And then if you do that, you've left us in an awful position.
It's this stupid thing. We praise him for something, then he goes and does something that I go, well, I don't want to praise him again.
It's like a step forwards and then 2 steps back every single time.
So we really hope that the club's going to share this on their Twitter or in-person yearly celebration.
I think it's a difficult one because there's no magic wand. Really?
No.
With how much the club is now in debt, which I think
or rather the owner is in debt.
Yeah.
But then the club, it's a very murky waters.
He wants that back, and then you put 60 million. You're talking about 200 million for the club.
Yeah.
In Championship or League One, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And that's money that people in this climate don't have.
And it's not. We've not seen signs of change, so it's just jury's out, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, lads, do we want to talk about anything else?
I think the only thing for me is that with the ongoing thing with the training ground, we've mentioned time and time again, I have one worry about the training ground now.
What?
Sheffield City Council own it. Sheffield City Council financially are screwed.
And guess who has just stopped funding every single local council, the central government? And so Sheffield City Council will be needing more income streams, and then they might quadruple the rent that we have to pay for that training ground.
They won't sell it. Oh no, they won't.
And they won't because it's an income revenue.
No, I was
land
going to
to
say
rent from and stuff
United
like
are
that.
getting a new one.
Yeah.
I know it's not great, but it's perfect location for us to buy. But apparently, their academy are having it.
Yeah.
Their academy are going to have a better training ground
Than our
than we've
entire
got.
13. This is my worry. I'm worried that they go through their books and go, well, hang on, this is a thing that we can get more money. And then Chandler go, no, I'm not paying that. And then that leaves us, where do we train now?
Isn't there loads of dead land near Meadowall still?
Yeah.
Or
Oh yeah, loads of those geography graduate term brownfield sites that actually the Environment Agency wants to get rid of and wants to actually repurpose because it's
Can you imagine in a year time where we go back to this subject? It's like he bought land, but he don't know what to do with it.
yeah.
I don't know. The training ground is one of those ones where I don't know where, because it's too small. It's way too small. We tried to buy the land at the back, but South Yorkshire Police
it
don't
hadn't
matter.
changed since I was little and went
No.
on it in the in like one of them half-term camps.
half-term camp things.
Yeah, it's not changed.
No.
So it's just it says it all really.
And also, get some bloody car parking facilities again. That Wednesday night car park was ideal, and we don't have that anymore. And Jake and I were having the most stressful time imaginable because we
It's
don't
almost
have
as if
any
you'd have
relatives
invited
around
me.
there.
We could have parked at a family relatives of mine, but you didn't invite me, did you?
You live all the way up
You
there.
live all the way up there. and it was a Tuesday night fixture.
It was, yeah.
That's
You
the
were
bit,
at work the
no,
next
that's the bit
day.
where he tells us, I had that off. I had Wednesday
Oh,
off.
imagine.
I was streaming, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I know I got back
Yes.
really late, so I wouldn't have been able to go. But you didn't know that, and you still didn't ask.
We'll ask you next time.
Yeah, maybe there won't be a next time. Sheffield Wednesday, the Talking Wednesday
Yes.
podcast is looking for 2 new hosts. You think I'm joking? I'm going to take this shed from
One
you.
who can talk and one who can talk and one who doesn't rub up like 50% of the fan base the wrong way. There we go. They're the entry requirements for these new people.
You're doing what to the fan base?
Oh, for God's
Yeah,
sake.
don't go into
And on that note, I think
And on that bombshell,
we will end this centenary. It's not centenary. It's anniversary.
160,
Whatever it is.
whatever it is.
Episode of the Talking
160.
Wednesday
What would
podcast.
have been the 150, but
No,
we
we
all got
won't.
busy.
No, we will. Actually, I'll tag this in after the quiz. No, I won't. No, I won't. No,
You
I won't.
I think he won't.
We're going to the quiz now. So, pens and papers ready. Get yourselves ready for a quiz. Here is the quiz. Okay, so we all know the answer to this first question because we messed it up, but we're going to get it wrong again. So we
Yep.
went. You can see the quiz is loading up here. We had some technical issues, but now
Yes.
we've gone through. So yes, the quiz starts with this. I am the master of football and I understand all the rules perfectly, so don't worry. I know exactly what I'm doing with this. Emphasis on the exactly, with a confused face. And that is from Matt, who has created our quiz.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
General knowledge, my second favourite kind of knowledge. I think Soph was putting the pictures in this last night. So football right there.
An American one as well. Yuck.
Jack's volume is up, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
Erling Haaland became the fifth. Which record does he beat is the first question. I think that bar goes across and then we get the answers. Yes, this is better. We all went Alan Shearer, so we're going to go Alan Shearer again, just to be fair. Because we're all wrong.
Andy Cole.
It was Andy Cole. I think we panicked and went Alan Shearer.
Yeah.
To be fair. But yeah, we can ask questions, apparently. Apparently we're meant to talk about things in there. Andy Cole was like, so I remember the Alan Shearer stuff, but I, as a kid, don't really remember the Andy Cole stuff.
Andy Cole was very underrated because of Shearer.
Right, okay.
And I think if there wasn't Alan Shearer, Andy Cole would be up there like one of the greats. You got to
I think
remember,
he still is for some people,
He still is, but you also think about it, it was Dwight York and Andy Cole. It was never him on his own. It was always him with someone else. It was Teddy Sheringham and Andy Cole. With Alan Shearer, it was just Alan Shearer. You don't think of Tim Sherwood, do you?
No. Do you know what's annoying me? The fact that we have got that in the middle of the frame, but the way we've set the chairs up means it's not in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just scoot down a little bit, Jake, just so it's not cropping your head.
That better?
Yeah, that's much better. That's
There we
going
go.
to upset me less.
I like that we defer to the resident old man to answer this one.
Oh,
to talk
yeah,
about this
exactly.
one,
Yeah,
by
I
the way.
noticed
It's
that.
really
exactly.
funny.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
My youth was basically Wayne Rooney at Manchester United, that sort of period.
Same here, really.
Yeah.
Because it was only when I was in like primary school and like probably was the Shearer days and stuff like that. But I remember Arsenal were massive. I think when I was in primary school, Arsenal did the treble.
Invincibles.
Yeah, not the treble, the Invincibles even. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but that means they would have had to win the Champions League.
You know,
They've
I
never
know.
done that.
I misspoke because there's been a lot of treble talk recently, hasn't there? Right,
Yes.
next question. That's a great scoreboard.
Oh, yes.
Doing
Oh,
so
what a
well.
scoreboard. It's a bit like Sheffield Wednesday's point total under Cisco.
At which ground did Rebecca Welsh become the first woman to referee a Premier League match? Anfield, Kenilworth Road, Craven Cottage, City Ground. Oh, God.
I can't remember. I think it's wrong. Nah,
We're wrong.
No, we're wrong again.
We're all wrong.
Craven Cottage.
Was it? I went City
It's
Ground.
actually quite funny, like, for Rebecca Welsh.
I went the City
team,
Ground.
because we don't like her at Wednesday.
He wouldn't know that either.
No,
No, he wouldn't.
But the
But that's
thing
really
is,
funny.
she ref one of the worst games I've ever seen.
Yes.
Twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
Two of them, yeah.
That's actually really funny.
That's really funny. Good job, Matt. You've had a bit of banter with us there and not even realised it.
Because the thing is, right, it's one of those things. It's a case of, I remember, it's what's amazing is all the women on like social media going, she's giving women refs a bad name,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because of the
Horrendous decision making.
decisions around it. Is that
Yeah.
it was the Famio penalty, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That wasn't a penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Atrocious. We'll move on from that one
We
before
will.
we start. We kick the hornet's nest. Scoreboard. We're doing well,
Oh,
lads.
yeah.
We're doing well.
Are we doing Eurovision here? Because if we are, this is
Nil
perfect.
point. Nil point.
Nil point.
Quiz. Which Luton Town player is the first to represent the same club in all of England's top 5 divisions?
I know this one because Walsh won't shut up about it.
Elijah Adebayo, Pally Ruddock Mampazu, Alfie Doherty, or Luke Berry? Oh, I was going to go him as well, but for some reason I wanted to go Luke
Cheers,
Berry.
Walsh.
Thanks, Walsh.
I'm losing now.
Because you never shut up
The
about it.
correct answer for the audio listeners was Mpanzu. I did know that as well. I did know
you
that.
panicked.
For
I
context,
panicked.
Jake and I know someone called Walsh who is every other sentence is, "Ooh, I love Luton." Oh. And he just never shuts up about it. And he's,
Why have
it's just
you got-
insufferable.
Oh,
Back
it's based on time
Yes,
as
it is.
well.
Time that
So
we answered it.
Jake's at the top with 935. Jack's
Yes.
got 925, and I've got 0. So.
Yeah. The more time left that you want.
But the thing is,
at
I'm
point of
reading
you
the
answering
questions, so I'm going to be slower to prep. Or maybe I don't. Maybe if I know it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Quiz. Between 2015 and 16, which clubs went 15 games unbeaten but didn't finish in the top 4? That's tricky.
Chelsea.
I went West Ham.
So did I.
The options were Manchester United, West Ham, Chelsea, and Liverpool. None of us went Chelsea. The answer was Chelsea. Oh dear. Our general knowledge is not great.
Whoa.
So Jake is still at the top of the scoreboard. Next question. Which 2 European countries made their debut in the Women's World Cup 2023? Which 2? So,
That's wrong, but it's a guess. I can't remember.
I guess as well. Yeah, wrong.
how have we all got it wrong?
God.
So the options were Portugal and the Republic of Ireland. Scott, I knew it was. I went closest with Northern Ireland, but you probably can't say that, can you? Scotland and Belgium, Switzerland,
Jesus.
and Romania.
Let's not talk political problem.
Northern Ireland and Croatia. The answer was Portugal and the Republic of Ireland. I went for Northern Ireland and Croatia because I was like, that seems fitting.
You know the quiz off of what it goes. We believed in you. That's really
Yeah. Mine's like dig deep on the next one.
I got nothing worth having comes easy.
Oh.
Okay. Elton John was twice owner. Oh, this is easy.
No, this is easy.
Wait for it.
Oh, he was even really nice and he put it in yellow for us as well.
Yeah, Watford.
Look at that.
Who got it the fastest?
I got 972
The answer, the
points.
options were Middlesex, Wimbledon, Watford, and Wembley.
Middlesex is a bloody cricket county.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also a real one, obviously. But
I must say, 2 of those I don't think are clubs. Oh, actually, they are, but they're the National League, aren't they? So
No, Wimbledon.
Wimbledon, AFC Wimbledon.
I said 2 of them.
Oh, you
yeah.
did, yeah.
Wimbledon are. So I'm on the podium now, apparently. Am I still last? I will be last because you guys got it right. But
Oh, for the love of God.
so Jake's still at the top with 1907. Then it's 1897 for Jack, and I'm on 972.
So I'm at the top of the podium.
That's
bloody hell, Jake. God.
fast
You
fingers.
and your fast fingers.
Okay. Which stadium is known as the Theatre of Dreams?
Oh, I bet I've got this wrong.
I think I've got this wrong as
Oh,
well.
no, I got it right.
It's Old Trafford. Of
Old
course
Trafford.
it is.
Yeah,
of
Old
course
Trafford.
it is.
What do you go for?
Don't ask.
Did you love the stadium?
Did he go Stadium of Light? Oh,
no, I
no.
went London Stadium.
London Stadium. Oh,
You
Chelsea
panicked?
Stadium, Stadium of Light. Yeah, I did panic.
Yeah.
I don't like that these are timed. I was not told that they were going to be timed. Because
Can
when
you-
things are timed, I don't think.
Can you imagine the John Smith Stadium, Huddersfield Town Stadium? of Future of Dreams? Like, Christ. How bleak is that? Oh,
Yeah.
imagine.
Moving on. The fastest goal scored in the Premier League in history came in 7.69 seconds. Who
Yeah.
scored it?
6'9". Nice. I bet I got it wrong. But yeah, it was when he was playing for Reading. Fun
So the answers were Alan Shearer, Shane Long, Ledley King, and Philip Billing. I went Shane Long. Jake went Shane Long.
Yep.
I went Alan Shearer.
Jack went Alan Shearer, and it's Shane Long. I'm still in third. Jake's got rocketed with 3,759. Jack 2837, and I've
He
got.
smells blood in the water. As soon as there's
1797.
competition involved, Jake just turns it on. I don't know what it is.
He's old.
Yeah.
Which Swedish footballer had a clause put in his Premier League contract that prohibited from travelling to space?
I mean,
I'm going to go with the one I know.
Oh,
Oh, it was Stefan Schwartz.
Oh, well, I mean, good for him.
I put Henrik Larsson.
I did as well.
Out in Melbourne.
There were the answers were also John Elmander and Olaf Melberg. We all got it wrong.
I'm not gonna lie, but what have you got to do to like put a clause in that? Oh, go to face.
No chance. From 1992 to now, which UK football club has received the highest total number of red cards?
Jesus.
I went Everton.
I went Blackburn Rovers.
So the options were Arsenal, Everton, Manchester United, Blackburn Rovers.
I went Everton.
I was just thinking about
Merseyside derby.
Yeah, and the style over the years, and you think about Moyes being there for quite a long time, and it's more of a case of
One of the things people forget with Moyes that he went Preston, Everton, and then Man United.
Yeah.
yeah. But no, I
he
think
could have been the Wednesday manager, but he went
Could
to
have.
Everton instead.
is that
Fun
true?
fact. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mandarich was talking to him, and
God, he was
Everton
he-
came along.
Yeah.
At the same time.
That's why we also got
Ross Barkley, I think.
yeah.
How long was he Everton manager for?
Oh, he's there for years.
Oh, fair enough.
I think he went from Everton to Man United.
He
Didn't
did.
Yeah.
It was still Sir Alex
Sir Alex
Ferguson
Pick.
pick.
Yeah, no, I knew that. Next question. Oh, actually. Oh, Jack, I'm coming for you. So Jake is at the top of the leaderboard with 4639. Jack is on 2837. I am on 2687. I'm breathing down your neck, man. So Matt Pat got bored of researching general knowledge, so we're doing history now. Hope that's okay with you, but you don't really have a
By
choice.
the way, absolutely mad props from me for the horrible histories little gif there.
Yeah.
Yes. Wonderful. Which of the following British monarchs banned football?
Well, they're boring.
Oh,
Oh,
this is
Who got that?
right.
I went Queen Elizabeth I. It was King Edward IV. Jake got it right. The options were King Stephen I, King James II, Queen Elizabeth I. Watch me get something. Oh, why did you go for the woman? You thought the woman wouldn't like football.
Oh, yeah.
Watch me
I
get.
bet.
Watch that
I
be in the
bet.
comments. That wasn't the reason I went for it. Just for the record. I just couldn't pick the
You're
eras
seeing
of
a
the
side of
others.
the real James here. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. That's satire.
Which year were referees allowed on the pitch after previously only being allowed to watch from the
What? I didn't know
sidelines?
this.
I didn't know this either.
Big. Look at the big hands. Oh my god.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that would be a trick answer because of how
Same.
old clubs were. 1891 was the answer, but I went 1901. Jake went 1921, which I'll be honest is clearly wrong, Jake.
Yeah, I know.
And there was 1910 as well.
I mean, look, you've got to go when you see the near something close to the year you were born. You've got to go for that one. You know what I mean?
Get a girlfriend.
Whoa! Anyway,
Jesus Christ, can we get? Hang on, no, I think we need a moment for a second.
There was a lot of venom in that.
Are we okay?
There was venom.
Yeah.
It's not Christmas. We've not been on the line. Stop fighting.
Put your claws away.
So I'm so last. Why am I so bad at quizzes?
I'm breathing down your neck, Jack.
Can you see why I said it now?
You know what's really funny about
looked at me with absolute
that?
fear. He stopped and then looked at me with absolute fear.
What's really funny is before we start recording this, I was feeling really mellow, and then the camera turned on, and I've gone the opposite way. I don't know what's happened.
It's almost as if you're a little fame junkie, aren't it?
I need more.
Yeah. Oh, pay attention to me.
I mean, I've got to overcompensate. I'm not.
Who
on the camera.
founded the British Ladies Football Club in 1895?
It's a guess.
Oh, I went for sock.
I went for sock foot because it was a funny name. You know, so the options were Agnes Dixie Pitch, Victoria Waggle Nettie Honeyball, Bella Sockfoot. I liked the Sockfoot, so I went for her. But no, Jake got that right with.
Please don't clip
Nettie
that. What you
Honeyball.
just said.
What?
Sock foot. Please don't clip that. Saying you like sock foot.
What?
He says sock foot. People.
Okay.
What happens on the internet when people say something that's a fetish?
Sock foot.
Sock foot.
You not heard this?
I know, well, you
there are
hear
people-
about foot fetishes.
There are people on the internet, not me before you start,
I don't know where you're going with this.
who will buy
You're the one that brought it up, Jake.
of people at their kink.
Right. But I don't think that's close enough for me to be clipped out of context.
Well, you know what, guys? I think I've just found my new income stream. Go to the gym, get a bit of time on the treadmill. There you go, guys. Here you go, guys. Who wants it on the internet, on eBay?
I feel sick. That upsets me. What were footballs originally made from? Yes. So the options were cow's stomach, pig's bladder, sheep's tongue, leather. I nearly went with leather scraps. I nearly went with cow's stomach as well,
Yeah.
Jake. But
But why do you think they always call it the old pigskin? Old
yeah.
men down the pub
Pig's
call it the old
bladder.
pigskin.
yeah. I went really late there though, so I wouldn't have got many points for it.
Ooh.
All them old men down the pub will call it, the old pigskin.
Jake's on 6-4-2-4. Jack's on 4-5-5-4. I'm on 3-4-7-9. What were penalty kicks originally called?
Ah.
We all went the penalty kick. Apparently they were called the kick of death. But the options were the doom ball, the glory shoot, the penance kick, and the kick of death. I think we all went for that.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. We can move on because none of us got points. Time to guess that footballer.
Yes.
You and Sophie to blame. You have Sophie to blame for these. I had no part in bringing these cursed beings into existence.
God.
Oh, no.
Okay.
What are we about to witness?
Guess the footballers. Oh my God.
What?
Well, the good thing is,
Uh,
I know that.
yeah, I know that shin.
Got it wrong.
I knew it was Alex Morgan from the top. Don't ask me how I knew it was Alex Morgan. Actually, she's really good on FIFA this year.
Cheers.
She is really, really good.
Take a drink, everyone at home, playing the. See, when James mentions FIFA game.
Yeah, it's almost as if some of us have consistency with things that
I've been brought here to be the punch bag, guys. That's. Oh.
Oops. Right, we're getting another one. This is a visual thing. I'm sorry, audio listeners. A bit too swift, it said. No, I want the points. Oh, God, it was a bit too swift. Son was on both.
Yep.
I saw Son and clicked it.
I saw chin.
Yeah. Oh, damn it.
Oh, I can't play that game. I was thinking,
no.
oh, yeah, easy points. I'll click it quickly.
Yeah.
It caught me out. It was Casemiro, Son and Trippier.
Thanks for that one, Soph, catching us out. Bloody hell.
That's annoying because Jake's just going to...
Oh, he's wiping the floor with us.
Bit too swift, the game said as well.
What? Oh, yeah.
I think I got that one first. Well done, guys.
Right. It's not I mean, it is a competition. I was about to
It is
say.
literally
It's a
a
competition.
It's
competition.
literally
Called a
a
quiz.
competition.
So that was Grealish, Earps, and Odegaard. The positions haven't changed. We've just crept up a little bit in the scores. Come on.
Well, that's a cursed image.
Yep. That was quite easy, though. That was Donnarumma, Fernandes, and De Bruyne. De Bruyne.
Hot take, do you think De Bruyne's probably done at City, or do you think he got one more year?
Oh, God. Yeah, he could stay at City for a couple more years. He's only had an injury this year.
The thing is, the relationship looks a bit strained at the minute with Pep.
I don't know. It's probably because he wants to play every game,
Yeah.
isn't it? I got
Yeah.
945 points for that,
Hey.
but I'm still lagging.
Ah.
I'm so annoyed I went quick fire earlier.
Yeah.
I missed Who got it wrong?
Oh, I did. For God's sake, I just rushed in. I did the thing that James did earlier.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
just like, oh.
Awekwe, Palmer, and
Yeah.
Byers. Are you
For God's
crying at the
sake.
fact there was Byers?
Yeah.
These are really good, Soph. You've done some really good work here.
Yeah.
This is what she must have been doing last night.
I'm going to say, when did she
Yeah.
do it? She must have
Yeah.
done it when you weren't there.
Yeah. Is that... Oh!
Oh, bloody hell.
I'm just behind
Oh,
Jack.
bloody hell.
706227156. 9896. Nobody's catching Jake. That's just the way quizzes go. Let's speed this
Quick
up.
fire round,
Gotta
though.
go fast. Matt has one of those lizards.
Really?
Yeah. That's why. There's that, I believe. How many straight lines on a football pitch? Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
I
I get.
guess. Yes.
Yeah, I guessed as well. Nice.
No! I've just crept past him. I'm a 7732. Jack's on 7696. Jake's on 7.
Got 69 in it. Nice.
The thing is, though, these speed fire rounds, if we
This
don't,
could be where you get it.
this
Yeah.
is where I
Yeah.
this is where I could easily fall, though, because I think we're all gonna have to guess. How many hexagons are on a standard football? Oh
Bloody
my
hell.
God.
Ah.
Did I get it right? Yes.
Oh.
So the answers were 12, 24, 20, and 10, and the correct answer was 20. Sorry, guys. Sorry, audio listeners. We didn't read the last question out. It's really difficult when you're on a quick fire round. The answers out.
Yes.
Okay, though. Where does that put us? That's interesting.
Ooh.
Oh, damn
I'm
it.
not. Yeah. So Jack's nearly 1,000 points behind me now. Punk's still on that night. I'm creeping up, Punk.
You are getting there.
Another one won't do it though. Another one will still send me behind, but creeping. How many games? How many games will a Premier League team play in a single season?
No, that's wrong, you idiot. Oh, you're right.
38. Did you think it was 36
Yeah.
at the last minute?
Yeah.
I went a bit slow on that though. The answer is 38. The options were 38, 36, 14, 34. I'm surprised you got that right because you always get the maths wrong when we talk about that. Oh, Jack's must have been quite quick on that. You've clawed it
Well, to be fair, I always get
points.
the league wrong as well. I always say Scotland.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. How tall is a full-size goal?
Oh,
why is it in meters?
I don't know. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
None of us got it right. It's 2.44 meters. The options were 2.37, 2.42,
I think if that was in feet, we probably
that was
yeah. I am 0.2 of a meter off. I was the closest. Why can't I get a point for the closest?
That's not how it works.
If it was in feet, yes, I would have probably got it.
Bloody metrics. This is what Brexit was for, so we don't have to think about metrics.
So they couldn't even get that right. How many football teams are there in London altogether? Oh,
I've got that one wrong.
I actually think it could be that. Oh,
Someone got that.
I got it right.
I thought there was 13. I went 13. Jake went 17.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's 6.
If you actually do
and
like a
7.
map, there's a hell of a lot in like one borough.
Okay. So there was 17. So Jake's basically gonna destroy us. I'll be nice now. Here, have a Sheffield Wednesday specific section. Just
Hide the pain.
This is
Harold
the
at the
problem when we get this wrong. And
Yeah.
now, specifically speaking, I get this wrong. Because when I'm put on the spot in these situations, we learned in the Christmas quiz, I am woeful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we go.
It's really weird. I'm looking at the monitor.
What is Sheffield Wednesday's motto?
It's really weird. I'm going to the monitor and I'm making eye contact with James, and then I turn to him, and then you look at me and I make eye contact with you again. It's just
it's a
really,
bit
really
Is it
tricky.
freaking you out?
So the
It's
options
kinda
there
freaking me out a
were
little bit.
Conter Valde Durum, Articium Simias, Optimum Facientes, or Consolio et Animis. And I don't know why I put the accent on, but there we go. We all got it right. It's Consolio et Animis. Who was quickest? I think you probably crept a bit there because I was trying to find it.
965.
Yeah. You've managed to creep. You must have hit that immediately because you got a lot of points
Yeah.
there. You got 965.
Yes.
I got 937.
I got 927.
How have you crept that? Oh, I can't do maths. That's why. Ignore me. Ignore me. How many managers in total has
bloody
Sheffield
hell.
Wednesday had? Oof, that's quite tricky. It's got to be with that old. I nearly went 42 as
So
well.
did
I got it wrong, by the way.
38, 42, 53, or 32. I went 53. It was 42. Who went 32?
Like 12 of those are just well Chancery's owned.
Yeah.
Who went 32?
That was me.
Quite low.
Yeah.
We've been around a long time. Which of the following is the correct Sheffield Wednesday crest? Oh God!
Oh God.
Oh my God!
That's wrong.
Yeah.
I got that at the last second because
Yeah.
I was really struggling. That was a tricky one. Did you get it wrong?
Bloody Elso.
I got it wrong, and I looked
was
at
a
the
difficult
crest
one.
so many sodding times.
Yeah.
You've got one behind you. That's. I mean, technically, it's not.
Yeah, that's not.
It's, yeah,
It's not correct.
It's
Let's
the
not talk
copyright-
about that one
It's
behind
like
me.
the copyright-free loophole, isn't it? Really.
The one that you can light up now as well.
Real? Oh.
Yeah.
Which one of these is not a type of owl? Oh, it's good. Oh, cool. So the answers were great poto owl, tawny frogmouth owl, Australian bowbuck owl, or flatulent owl. And I went flatulent owl.
Yeah.
Did you go for that as
Oh,
well?
and flagellant. Oh, yes.
Jake went for Australian
Yep.
bowbuck. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a trick question. That
Yeah.
was going to be
Yeah.
it. Oh, right. That's-
Creeping.
Yeah, so
I
Jake,
said, I knew this is where I'd go wrong.
Jake is now on 12,652. I am on 12,068. Jack is on 11,293. So we're all creeping.
Effectively, with a really great round of mine and a stink of the other two, I could catch them up.
Yeah, pretty much. How many football and football high is Barry Bannon?
I don't know.
Yeah, we got it. So the options were 6, 7, 8, or 9, and we all went 7, and he's 7 footballs high. Do you know why this is? Because I was watching the game the other day, and Soph, I know exactly why she's put this question in. If Soph put it in, or Matt didn't, or if Matt did, this is like great timing. Is because the commentator kept talking about how Barry Bannon, the shortest man on the pitch, and it's like. Why does
it really need to be reminded of that
does
fact?
That
I mean,
really
come on.
need to be the necessary thing that's mentioned? Next. Oh, where does that put us though, speed-wise? Because I got 927 on that. What did you guys get?
885.
930.
So you were very quick.
Yeah.
So that's kept us all very similar, but yeah. 3 questions left. The band The Sherlocks are big Sheffield Wednesday supporters, so where does Sherlock Holmes keep his tobacco?
Okay. How is this a Sheffield Wednesday question exactly?
It's not. Matt really likes Sherlock.
Oh.
None of us got it, at least.
Nice.
So the question was at the bottom of the coal bucket in a secret compartment in his cane, in the toe of one of his Persian slippers, inside the skull on the mantelpiece, and it was in the Persian slippers, and none of us got it. Oh no!
That's it.
No, that was it.
Oh yeah, we clicked down on question 3.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Very sad. So, are you the best quizmaster on a scale of 1 to 5? Well, the quiz is slightly. Oh, we get to pick. I'm going to give you a 4
Same.
purely because we started on question 3. There you go.
I said 3 because we started on question 3, not
You
question 1.
evil person.
I have stupidly high standards, you know. I'm also
What
not
did
on
they
camera,
say? I can't
so-
see, boys.
Jack, what did they say at the top?
The top right one is show answers. The one underneath it is skip answers.
Thank you. Okay. So 4 is where we're going. Average 3.7. Get that fed back. Not going to be happy. Obviously, I am, but thank you anyway with a Jeff Goldblum. Well, the podium in 3rd, Jack.
Yeah.
Well done. In 2nd, me with 12,000, and then Jake's just at the top because Jake's always.
For some reason, I do well at quizzes.
Because you're old.
Don't shine that light too brightly at him because he won't do well with that.
Oh, that's a good point. Actually, we could have got a heads up. Just press the button a couple of times. Oh, anyway, that was fun. I enjoyed that section.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good.
Good.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Thank you, Soph. That was an interesting quiz. We've had a really, really, really good day, to be fair. We're actually way over time and we've still got an extra to record, but I don't care. So unless he starts getting shouted at, we'll see what happens. But thank you guys for joining us on this episode. It's been a lot of fun. We will see you next year when we do this. Hey, maybe there'll be an occasion for us all to get together
To
before.
be fair, with the way the episodes are going on, there should be another one this year.
Yes.
160.
40 episodes time.
There's not
In
40
about
weeks.
40 weeks-ish, give or take.
Yeah, there's not. How many weeks are we into the year?
Oh, good point, actually.
That's what I'm saying. It'll be January time. It
10
comes
months.
back around.
In
So
10 months' time.
So what'll happen is it'll probably creep over.
It'll either be January time or we just go, surprise, here's another quiz.
Well, I think what will happen actually, when we do episode 200 will be the next one in there. And if it ends up being close to
Can I
it,
make a suggestion?
we'll do it a different episode.
actually.
Go on then.
You know what, we've done the the summer transfer window.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we do the summer transfer window as an in-person, the end of going through our transfers and seeing how it is?
Depends if I decide to go on holiday. But
No,
yeah.
but it should be September time.
Yes, the first day of September.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm usually working around that week quite heavily, but usually the end of August, the start of September.
If we're still in the championship, that's when the international break is.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, my.
Just an idea.
I will let you know. It depends. I will possibly be away with work. I usually always am like the last day of August, the first day of September. If I can make it work, I'll make it work.
Oh, I can't wait to get Jay going to room and go, I don't need to go do a live stream with the lad talking Wednesday quick. It's the last day. What you on about? Last day of what? Transfer window. Tradition.
Or get yellow ties. Do it that way. But yes, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Talking Wednesday. Take care, and we will see you in the next episode of Talking Wednesday.
Goodbye.